Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wake Up Report. Dear White People is the name of this show. Dear White People, please stay out of black people shit. Please stay away from 90s babies. Please stay away from Negroes that only know how to do one thing.
Rush, kill, destroy, crush, kill, destroy. Crush, kill, destroy.
Stay away from them. No good can come out of it. Case in point. Mr. Anthony Antell Jr. saw Mr. Ricky Bratton shoot his wife in the ankle after confronting her at her job. Mr. Bratton went to his wife's place of work at a Walgreens, I believe it was. For whatever reason, they're arguing. He pulls out a gun, fires two shots. One shot he shoots into the ground, the other shot into his wife. Gets in his truck and he takes off. Mr. Antell saw Mr. Bratton shoot his wife. He gets into his pickup truck. I guess he grabs his gun and he gives chase. Of course, you just saw somebody shoot somebody and you think you're going to do the right thing. He, I guess, gets close enough to Mr. Bratton. These two now start shooting at each other. Mr. Bratton shoots Mr. Antell in the head, killing him. He later surrendered. Mr. Bratton surrendered himself to police. Is it any wonder? Mr. Bratton is 22 years old. You know me, I like to do that 10-year benchmark. 10 years ago, that this young man was even a younger man at 12 years old. Again, I can only imagine, between 12 years old and 22 years old, what in the heck was going on in your life that eventually leads to you shooting your wife and shooting and killing someone else. Pictures have him dressed in military fatigue. I don't know if he was a part of the military or not, but even if you were part of the military, it's twice as bad, because the military is supposed to teach you some type of restraint, some type of discipline, some type of order in your life. Black men just can't seem to expunge that nigga that's buried deep down in him. It's like The Exorcist or something. You got to hold him down and hope that the power of Christ compels you to get that nigga shit out of you. Makes no sense. But what absolutely makes no sense is that, and of course, let's look at the comparisons, because, Mr. Bratton and his wife, they're still alive. Mr. Bratton will be going to jail for murder probably for the rest of his life. His wife will probably, no doubt, be writing him in prison, because relationships like this usually means that the man will kick the woman's ass all up and down the street, shoot her in the leg, shoot her in the back or whatever, but she will still take him back at some point. Mr. Antell, however, 3 kids, and they don't have a father anymore. A wife who is now a widow. A low-down, no-good, trifling Negro who, at any given point, will choose to express himself the way most of these low-down, trifling, no-good Negroes do, which is to go get a gun and settle his problems with the gun. Bad enough that you settle your problems with another man, but you have to go shoot a woman. What is up with black men and guns? Black men and bullets. Bang, bang, bang. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Kill, kill, kill. It's like black men what do you get up in the morning and you eat bullets for breakfast? You have a nice bowl of bullet cereal, wash it down, with some bullet juice and some bullet milk, and that's going to start my bullet day. Let me get out here and just start to shoot up as many people as I can shoot. Black men, learn to deal. If your wife, because we don't know what happened between this man and his wife, but let's just say your wife had enough of you. She had enough of your nigga shit and she wanted to leave. There's nothing you can do about that other than pull the if I can't have you, no other man is going to have you. So I guess you're going to kill her and then maybe kill yourself. Well, how about you can't have me if another man has you? And then you can just off yourself, call it a day, and everybody would have been square. But it's absolutely ridiculous. Mr. Antell's wife has to bury her husband, has to take care of 3 children that knew their father, 3 children whose father loved them, 3 children whose father was in their life, 3 children whose father had a successful business. And let's look at what you lost interfering in nigga shit. A wife loses her husband. 3 kids lose their father. Potentially, the family's going to lose the business. You lose all the way around, interfering in nigga shit. However, the nigga that started the nigga shit and his wife are still alive. And, as I've stated before, the wife of Mr. Antel, your taxes now have to go to help pay for the man who murdered your husband. If they don't give him the death penalty, he'll spend the rest of his life in jail, and your taxes have to pay for that. I did a similar story. You had I guess a lovely white couple by all counts, and they decided to move down into the hood where they could help the disenfranchised and find some type of a bright spot and a bright light to lead some of these trifling Negroes out of. And what happens? Two trifling Negroes break into their house and they rape and murder the man's pregnant wife. Now, this is where I fault Mr. Antel, because Mr. Antel witnessed a man shoot someone. Mr. Antel gets his gun and gives chase. And I don't know if you're trying to persuade the man to put his gun down. I don't know what you're doing. But I will tell you this. Okay, once you pull a gun out on somebody, it's on. Ain't no persuasion. You should have shot him and you should have killed him when you had the chance. You never give somebody holding a gun a chance to possibly kill you when you just saw them try to kill somebody and you know the possibility exists that they are going to return fire and shoot and kill you. So Mr. Antel was a former Marine. You should have used that training a little bit better. You should have capped this Negro when you had the chance, because you're the one that paid for it. Dear white people, black folks got a lot of issues that they have to deal with. One of them is just this unrelenting, illogical, unwarranted violence that black men love to just explode all over the place when they get pissed off, when they get upset. You all have to learn to tell the difference between Africans, African Americans, black folks, and niggas. There is a difference. I know we all look alike to a lot of you, but we all don't think alike, we all don't sound alike, we all don't act alike, and if you do not learn the difference, it will cost you severely and dearly in the long run. It cost this man his life. It cost his wife her husband. It cost her children their father. All the while, the man who shot his wife, well, time will only tell if the wife takes him back. Time will only tell if he spends the rest of his life in jail or he gets the death penalty. But unfortunately, he's going to have plenty of time while your husband has absolutely none left. This is KTM in the Wake Up Report saying think a little bit. It will do wonders for you.